to share my screen so you can see the diagram that we've been discussing around brand sustainability.
Yeah.
Okay, can you see the diagram on your screen?
I can, yes, definitely. Yes.
Great, okay. So could you talk us around this a little bit? So what does the diagram mean? What does it represent?
Yeah, so this is a way of looking at how companies have been working in the area of sustainability and social responsibility. And what we've tried to do at Seven Dots is to map the different ways of using the sustainability principles in how you run your business, from a very defensive way of working with it to a very opportunity-oriented way of working with it. The more defensive way you find on the left side, and the more opportunity-oriented you find on the right side of the diagram. And we see different companies operating at different levels on this scale today.
Okay. Do you have any examples that you could share, or any examples that spring to mind?
I think that we've seen with most corporate larger companies, let's say 10 years ago or so, that they were more in that risk management area. So they were, all the bigger brands were, when they had situations where there was a risk that they weren't sustainable enough, they would change their way of working in such a way that they were avoiding any problems with consumer groups and NGOs that were challenging them on that. That's very much in the risk management. You remember that lots of products have been and are still using palm oil, and palm oil to produce it, you have to cut forests first for that purpose, and that of course has an impact on wildlife. So trying to manage the risks and try to manage the communication around it is very much a risk avoidance situation. If you go one step up, you can actually think about doing your manufacturing in a way and where your manufacturing becomes more profitable, because usually a sustainable way of manufacturing is also a cheaper way of doing things. So if you consume less water for the production of beer, for example, or for the production of other products, then that saves the planet, but it also saves you money. So that's a way of enhancing profitability. While I think that today more and more companies, either existing ones or new ones, are going into the area of really leveraging it for a brand, either an existing one or a new one specifically created for that purpose. If you would make if you make your coffee brands more sustainable, then you would address at least new target groups, consumer segments who are very sensitive to that, and who would otherwise not have considered to buy your brand. In the coffee world, I think we've seen that in the past. Consumers who are for whom sustainability is a very important theme, they wouldn't be buying coffee from the larger global brands because they weren't so sustainable. Now that most players in the coffee industry have started to, get source from farmers that they treat well, and from and using less chemicals, and using even biological organic farming to produce coffee beans and so forth, they're able to acquire target groups that you didn't have in the past. So that's where you go on the ladder and arrive at this idea of brand edge. And then furthermore, I think if we look at some particular players in the market, they use sustainability as part of that business model, where from the whole supply chain all the way to delivering it to their customers or their consumers, a product is sustainable and actually saves money on the bottom line. It creates a lot of sales in terms of the top line. There are some chocolate manufacturers these days these days. That's one young person that I know who is. These guys are going to they take a sailing boat to Latin America to get all the cow beans, and they're driving them back by a sailing boat to Amsterdam. They produce chocolate from it in a completely sustainable way using energy from sustainable resources, so solar power and so forth, and then bring all the chocolate bars to the shops in electric vehicles, and sort of proving that they do everything in that particular way, and it's already a sustainable business for them in terms of being profitable. So you can see where we came, let's say 10, 15 years ago, to this topic from a risk management point of view. We're now getting into the domain of making a real business out of it.
Okay, I'm getting a little bit of interference through at my end. How do I sound to you?
You sound very good. Oh, is that the case? I should. So you have some is that like noise or what?
Okay, I think hopefully this will record okay because you can hear me. You're a little bit crackly, but I got most of what you said, and I'm sure it'll come across over on the video. I just wanted to quickly ask you how are companies missing a trick in how they're telling their consumers? Are they still telling people at a corporate level rather than at a brand level, maybe?
That's a very good point, Claire. And if you look at the line again at this model, you can imagine that initially the big larger companies were telling their sustainability story mostly to their shareholders as a way of making sure that the company was doing the best it could in that changing environment. That means that they were doing these activities mostly on a corporate level. That's where this CSR term comes from, corporate social responsibility. But of course, most consumers don't get that message. Firstly, because most corporates have lots of brands, and they don't usually talk at a brand level about that. And secondly, their communication was mostly aimed at shareholders rather than consumers. So today, if you would focus more on leveraging your social responsibility approaches at the brand level, you would really be able to reach consumers, and you would make it become more an benefit and a profit center, if you like, rather than working from a very, very risk management perspective. So yes, communicating at a brand level, so doing BSR rather than CSR, can bring a lot of benefits to businesses. And I think we're still at the early start where brands start to understand, companies start to understand that for every brand, they have to find the best approach to make the brand become more sustainable and have consumers understand that.
Great, okay. I think we should turn this into a blog.
That would be great.
Okay, I'll hang up now. We'll have a look at it on YouTube, and as I say, we'll turn this into a blog as well.
Yeah.
Great.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye.